All right, this is a tough subject, I think. Many Americans struggle with their weight. It's a battle that's both physical and mental. One professional athlete turned author believes that he has found the solution to finally taking control of your weight.
Absolutely. Steve Siebold is here. He's going to tell us about his controversial tough love approach. He's got a book out called Die Fat or Get Tough, 101 differences in thinking between fat people and fit people. It's good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
And we cringed right at the top because we were both like, we're going to say fat people a lot. Isn't that rude? Isn't that kind of mean? But apparently you're saying no, it's not.
That's part of the problem, is that our society has coddled people for so long about this issue that we've coddled them into obesity, and it's really sad.
Okay, and we realize that there's a lot of people who have medical conditions and that they're battling with their weight for that
Very
reason.
small percentage, less than 1% of people.
And that's not who we're referring to on this here, right?
No, the 99% of us that don't have a medical condition or a psychological disorder.
Right. Now, let's back up for 1 second, because you were a professional athlete who started a speaking career, and you gained about 40 pounds to the point where people didn't recognize you, right?
I was fat. Yeah, I got fat. I'm a mental toughness coach. Something's wrong with this picture. I talk about this stuff.
How did it happen for you? Were you
just traveling all over the world and not paying attention, eating in airports and all the things that most of us do, and I just didn't pay attention. I went to a wedding, a friend's wedding, and people just sort of looked at me funny. I thought, okay, time to drop the fat.
Time to make a change.
So you believe in the tough love approach. Is that what happened to you?
It's really mental toughness. That's really what it's about. Getting a good diet, exercise program, and having the mental toughness to stick to it. End of story. And again, unless you have a medical condition or a psychological disorder.
And that's the thing about the book. The book isn't really a diet book. It's not a book about saying this is how many calories you should have or where your protein ought to come from. It's really a book about life approach. What do you find to be the #1 difference between people who are fit and people who are overweight? Mentally.
We interviewed 500 fit people and 500 fat people. I went to meals with them, and what I found was the #1 thing was that the fit people eat for health. And what I was eating for was fun, for pleasure. I'm eating the Doritos, got on my stomach, feeding them, not even thinking about the pizza and all that. It's easy to do. But these people really eat strategically. They have the salmon, they have the sauce on the side or whatever, the salad, and they're thinking about this all the time. They're very conscious of it, where I think the rest of us are not.
So there is a big difference in the way that you think, and that's where you start off with.
It's like they're living on a different, a different planet. Almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you change that? I mean, I know that I do some of that. I think, well, you know what I'm going to do tonight? I'm going to have pizza, and I look forward to it, and I think about it all day, and I'm eating for gratification. And sometimes unconsciously, like I'm totally full, but I'm still eating. I'm still eating.
I'm not stopping.
How do you start to make that change in your life?
I think it's about studying the benefits, especially the emotional benefits of feeling good, high energy, vitality, looking more attractive, all those things. I mean, they're all positive things, as opposed to instant pleasure that food provides.
One of the things, you got to exercise. Some people love it, some people hate it, but you say in your book that we shouldn't look at exercise as a burden in our life.
Right. It should be really part of our lifestyle. And it's only 20% of the equation. Diet is 80% for sure. But exercise obviously is key, and we all should be in that habit.
Okay. And dieting should not be a drudgery.
Yeah. And I think most people think it. I think most people's mental approach to dieting is that it's a chore, that it's a negative. When they think about dieting, they think about it like they're being punished.
Right.
But you're saying we've really got to change how we think about it.
Yeah, that's where mental toughness and critical thinking really come in, where we change our thoughts to serve our own best interests, really.
What's something people could do today? What is something that, so our viewers at home are watching, what is something they could do today to improve that mental toughness that you're talking about and to start making fundamental changes in how they approach food and their weight and thinking about how they live?
I would start off with studying the differences in thinking between fat people and fit people. That's what the book is about. But also, there's a lot of books that are written by really fit people and just dissect how they think and then copy their consciousness or their thinking. That's really all it is. Then go to your doctor, make sure you're healthy enough to be on a diet.
Sure.
Like the vision board you were talking about. You have to see it in order to believe it, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. All right. Make sure that you pick up a copy of the book. Thank you so much, Steve. It's called Die Fat or Get Tough.
It is. That is tough love.
Now,
tough love,
fat. Right. That's
or
pretty.
Get Fit. All right. Coming up. Wow. We're going to make fitness fun.
I'm scared.
No, don't be scared. We're going to make fitness fun. Leslie tries out a new exercise trend that is sure to put extra bounce in your step, and maybe it'll help you get tough.
Exactly.
Maybe it will.